We all have to unmute. Unmute.
Oh, unmute.
All right. Well, hello everyone. And my thing is a bit high. All right. Hello everyone. This is Louis, aka Louis the Frenchman, and you are watching Snark's Midlife Crisis. Thank you for joining. If this is the first time, welcome to the concept. My man, Mr. Snark, he's approaching 50. Instead of getting a brand new shiny sports car or an 18-year-old girlfriend, he decided to start a podcast. All right, and he was going to discover new things every week to see, every 2 weeks, I should say, to see if he likes it, if he understands what the cool kids are looking or watching or doing, right? And on today's episode, we got anime. So this is going to be interesting. I know my anime. Tomiko knows her anime. Rob is like, what the fuck is anime? Is that sushi? No, okay. So we're gonna discover that. And I said it. It's Rob's show. So Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you, Tamika.
Yes, thanks for having me.
It's nice to see you as well. Love the haircut. That totally looks like it was done on purpose.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So and apparently we're gonna hear a laugh a couple of times. I think it's my girl Tamika. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, you're upgrading. You have your first like bonjour.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Saying bonsoir. It's like, oh, I'm gonna friggin' show off.
Yeah.
Show off.
See, cool. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah.
All right. So let's start this. Tamika, by the way, we're doing Tamika's perspective when she's not paying attention, or I really want her to chime in. I'm going to just pop her in by surprise and caught her off guard to give her opinion on what we're talking about. And at the end, she's going to give Tamika's Law. Tamika's Law is exactly what she thinks about anime, a little list maybe she's done, her full opinion, not just what we're talking about. Yeah. So thank you, Tamika. You'll be monitoring the comments. If ever you guys have an opinion, question, or you just want to say how beautiful we look like, just put on the comments and she will be putting them on screen. All right, Tamika, see you in a couple.
Okay, bye.
Bonsoir. All right. So look, thank you. Let's do this, man. Anime.
Yeah.
Before we go into what you've listened, what you watch, your observations, let's go over something that most North Americans have a hard time conceiving.
Right.
And that would be the styles of anime, because we know it as action, drama, as categories of what we see on screen. Yeah. But their categorization of anime is a bit different. It's more towards who it's associated to or who it's aiming for. Like, for example, Kodomo is aimed at children. Shonen is the most popular version is young teen boys. Naruto, Pokemon, stuff like that, right? Shoujo is young teen girls. Seinen is young adult men. That is Berserk is a seinen.
Okay.
Adult, dark, controversial, taboo stuff. Then you go Hosei was young adult woman. Then you get the weird ones. Not weird, but if you think about it, harem, which if in North American culture is a Pornhub category, okay? But then it's boys surrounded by girls. So it's usually love-oriented. It's usually that guy trying to find the girl. Now, reverse harem is the reverse love story, girls surrounded by boys. You got the erotic, and then you got your traditional categories, which is comedy, fantasy. You got also things like mecha. Mecha is always surrounding a big machine or a group of machines that usually have like swords, and it's very representative of samurais, but as a big robot form.
Right. Okay.
Do you recognize anything out of what I was talking about?
Yes, they're all made for children.
No, not like seinen. I just said seinen is not for children.
I don't know. You know what? There's stuff I would never allow kids to watch that I watched, but I would never know because they don't put. It's not like they put that stuff at the beginning of the show. It's not like this is shonen, or if they do, they put it in Japanese characters, and I can't read that.
Yeah, what I understand, no, they don't, because Japanese and anime hardcore fans kind of know what is what just by seeing the intro, just by kind of seeing the characters, right? And there's a lot of it like in knowledge, so it's kind of like I can see right away when I'm looking at Crunchyroll, it's like I'm not gonna probably not put this in front of my daughter. It's not. I'll put Hunter x Hunter instead. Something inoffensive, a good storyline but inoffensive.
Hunter x Hunter is seinen or shonen?
No, Hunter x Hunter. It would be shonen.
Okay.
It's very shonen-like. Shonen is young boys, but the story arc is always usually the same. It's the same thing for Dragon Ball Z. It's about having a challenge, surmounting that impossible challenge, and growing better every time, and always finding better opponents to always escalate yourself into manhood. That's the philosophy of shonen.
Okay.
All right, and you can a lot of like the same thing for My Hero Academia, which you checked, is a shonen as well, because that's the character arc build up for the story as well.
Okay, yeah, There's a few of these that I would have sworn were shonen, even though I just don't know. Maybe it's the North American kind of prudish way we're raised and stuff like that, but. Some of these that I've seen, there were one I watched called Slam Dunk. I figure it's a sports story, takes place in a high school, about a kid who never played basketball, making the basketball team. And it seems fine, and he gets bullied a little bit, but it turns out he's stronger than everybody, so he beats the crap out of people. But it's nothing different than what I would have watched on as a kid. Except for 50 minutes into it, you call someone a bitch a couple of times. He's called an asshole throughout it. So I don't know if that's still considered shonen or seinen. I think it's considered shonen.
I'm sure there's a lot that flirt the line, right? But you know what? Let's get into that list of yours, because what he did, and this man is committed. Again, he doesn't like anime. He wasn't even sure he's going to enjoy it, but he still watched, for all you people's pleasure, 3 episodes of a lot of anime just to get an overall feel. So is there an anime you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about, let's talk about Attack on Titan.
Is that the one that made the most impact on you?
Yeah, it's also the first one I watched, and it's still the one that I came back to think of. I don't know how many I watched, a dozen or so of these, but it's the one, the top one that I think I would go back to finish this.
Good. That's a start. That's a start.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, the in the story, there's the Titans, or these huge giants that are trying to have been at war with these regular sized people forever, and they built these big walls to keep them out. And again, this is the first I've watched of an anime, and it seems fine. It was like, oh no, the walls are broken open, they're going to come get us. And 15-20 minutes into this show, the hero's mom gets picked up, cracked in half.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, for me, I've seen anime before this anime, and that show is probably the most intense show anime, the most nerve-wracking. What the fuck is gonna happen? No, yeah, it's rare for me that happens in anime, or anyways as often, because boy, do you do it often with Attack on Titan. But also the concept, these huge beings, is so weird. You don't know what the fuck is going on, but it kind of makes you want to understand the lore. And now where we're at in the last season, you're starting to understand the lore a bit more, and everything clicks into place, and it makes it even more beautiful. So that's one you definitely have to finish, is Attack on Titan, my friend.
I plan on doing that. It's I'll probably start watching the rest of it tomorrow. What got you to start watching anime? A lot more than me.
When I was working at a movie rental place, and I was looking for things to watch. We usually receive it maybe a week before the clients do. So, and they would encourage us to watch stuff, right, for us to be able to recommend the clients. Now, for me, I've watched Akira, the anniversary edition. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm like, might as well try it. Akira the movie blew my mind. I did not understand it at all. There's parts of it I'm like, what's going on? But it made me rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it, and it's insane. But it affected pop culture today. Now I understood one of Kanye's Stronger video, right? His song Stronger is based out of Akira, the video clip. And before I found it cool, then I started associating things and I started rewatching again. And then I discovered that Dragon Ball was an anime. For me, it was a kid's show, right? So I realized, oh, fuck, I like anime. And then everything led one to the other.
Yeah, that like when those started coming out, I guess were in the 80s or 90s, I guess, right? So I was already 20 years old and stuff like that. And I just never paid attention to any of that stuff.
Dave on the chat maybe can help us. I think there's a very small bunch that started in very late 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Like the original, based on the Voltron ones, the original clippings of Voltron was probably in the very, very late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
I may have seen Voltron. I think my brother watched Voltron. Astro Boy, I guess.
Yeah.
Astro Boy anime, I'm not sure. That was an old cartoon.
Before we go on, all right. But hey, Tavika.
Hey. All right.
Now,
this time.
I'm wondering, did you watch early 80s anime?
I wish I did.
So you missed the boat.
I came in late to everything. I think my first one was Dragon Ball Z.
Like many people, to be honest.
Yeah. And then I try to go back to like the 80s ones, and I'm like, this is freaking cool. I wish I was into this when it first came out.
Is there one that sticks out for you for the 80s?
Of course, Voltron. I think this one came out in the 90s, but Trigon.
Fuck, I haven't heard Trigon in a long. That you see, Voltron, Trigon. If I'm missing Trigon too, it's a mecha, right? It's big machines. That was a rage in late 80s, early 90s. Was the big machine phase of anime.
Yes, and it reminds me of was it Brotherhood Alchemist?
Oh, that's later though. That's like if I'm mistaken, early 2000s.
You can see like the influence of today's anime from back then.
True. All right, so I'm gonna shoot you out. I just want to see, like,
sure.
I said to myself, 80s, Tamika, yeah. All right, so go on, Snark, and you were saying about the 80s, or you want to maybe pass on to a different one?
I'll go on to another one. I guess the one that I watched that I wasn't a fan of at all was Avatar. And this is the one that a lot of people said was their favorite one and stuff like that. I don't.
Okay.
It had to be I think you had to be small and you started watching it. But I don't know.
Dave might crucify me for this. I don't know. But Avatar, I'm not keen on. I'll be honest. I don't get the craze. That one, it's fun, but I never like went it long. But there's an actual spin-off of Avatar. I actually gobbled up from A to Z was Korra, the last Avatar. Korra is worth it. They really go in a more serious note from time to time, but it made me just want to know more compared to Avatar. I knew it was connected, but you don't really need absolutely to understand or watch Avatar to watch Korra. So that's one thing I appreciated. There's things you might miss as references, but overall story arc, it's not necessary, and I actually prefer it than Avatar.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me, Avatar is just too kiddish. Like if you're a kid watching it, I can see like nostalgia for it now or something. But I just think it was very good. And I know that Dave Filoni had something. I don't know if he was just producing it through Nickelodeon for America, and it was made in Japan first, or
no, it's an American anime, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And then I know he went on to do those Star Wars cartoons, which I haven't watched either.
The Rebels is worth it. If you love Star Wars, it's not made the first season. It takes time to grow into, but it really becomes its own thing. Resistance, the one after, is it's I find it's really made for kids. It's not as enjoyable, but Rebels, you really get invested into the characters.
So they can follow the same path, kind of like Avatar did, where like Avatar for me is just like So I have to push through if I start watching these other ones, through those first ones, and then it'll get better.
Not all of them. I say Rebels is definitely one. Another one, if you haven't checked it, Death Note is.
Oh, brother. Oh.
I saw like this. I'm like, I'm putting her on for that one.
Oh my God.
But no, for Death Note is definitely one. It's a slow burner, but when it gets cranking,
What's Death Note?
It's okay. It's this kid that finds like a journal that falls from the sky. And he was like, what the fuck? He opens it, and then when he writes someone's name and the way they die, that's how they die.
Whoa.
And there's things that ensue, and holy
like Twilight
shit.
Zone kind of shit.
Like
Twilight Zone kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it becomes weirder. There's like a demon that visits him and said, "This is my book." And is the demon using him, or is he using the demon?
Demon? They like a lot of these shows have something to do with a demon. Like there's all these kids with demons hanging around.
Yeah, like evil forces and everything. It's because it's very big. Like the mythology in Japan anime is very deep in their roots. There's a lot of mystical stuff. There's some that's just made for drama and everything, or even love romance. There's almost like love story types that have no action, nothing scary. It's just basically following a girl falling in love with a boy. But then there's some that are so deep and dark and fucked up that they rely to so much fantasy that is, been existing for 3,000-4,000 years in Japan. So for them, it's just natural, right?
Right. That demon stuff seems to be the theme. Like, I know you watched a show that I watched called Berserk.
Did you like that?
I liked it. Yeah, it was good. I don't know if you remember the 80s movie or the comic kind of book, Heavy Metal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That reminded me a lot of that last kind of scene in Heavy Metal with the girl on the dragon or whatever it was, that big flying lizard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Berserk, but it's about a guy who's I don't know if he is a demon or if he's hunting demons. I know that demons seem to find a way to try and want to fuck this guy up.
Berserk is such the most not unpredictable, but the most sadistic and effed up story, because he's not chasing demons, but things happen that, especially the season 1. Okay. Wait, you watched the new version, didn't you?
I have no idea.
Okay, is he actually chasing demons?
It said Berserk, and then it started in 2010 or something. Okay,
so you watched. Okay, I got it. You watch the series they made years after, because the original 1980s anime was actually one season and one season only. Didn't have the money to do a season 2 or continue it, so they pulled the plug and remained like that for 20 years. And that storyline is probably the most beautiful, sadistic, bloody, disturbing series I've ever seen in my life. And then where you watch actually picks up from season 1 of like 1980s.
Okay.
So you start in the hardcore, the demon part, right? And boy, is it disturbing. The more you go on, there's things that are they allowed to show that on screen?
Yeah, well, 20 minutes in, you see a little girl eating her grandfather or something like that, right? So.
And she finds it funny. She finds a grandfather that's getting eaten by a girl funny.
It's exactly what happened in the Flintstones.
And Tamika, I want to hear you laugh. So when you put them, don't mute yourself.
Yeah.
A non-laughing, you can't hear your laugh. It's not as fun. All right. So yeah, but it's so disturbing. And is it something that you would want to continue? Would it be on your continue list?
Berserk, yes, I would continue that one, but now I want to see what happens with this 80s one. If I should try and, but there's another thing. Some of these shows I've seen, some of them have 900 episodes and stuff like that. Like, why would I want to get into a show that I'm going to be watching 900 times?
You are talking about One Piece, are you?
That's one of the ones that the kid said I should watch. I didn't get around to it though. It's like 900.
Yeah, I've never started it because that fact. I like, okay, let's. Yeah, never mind. it's discouraging, but then you got some that are like 2, 3, 4 seasons in, and it's you binge watch it. Yo, man, My Hero Academia, I did it like in 1 week, 4 seasons. My girlfriend wanted to smack me a couple of times. She's like, could we watch something else in anime? I'm like, nope, finishing it.
Is there with that one too? No, they have is it sequels or spin-offs or something like that? I saw that there was a bunch of different things that said My Hero Academia, or is that just different names for seasons?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's spin-offs. And sometimes you'll have anime that change the name per season, but I'm not sure what quite you're looking at because there's only one
There's
show
that's called like Two Heroes or something. My Academia, Two Heroes or something like that.
There might be an anime with a very similar name, probably not related to.
Okay, bunch of rip-offs.
You never know. What is there? Okay, could you do one that you absolutely hated to say? Like you would, if you could like burn it.
All right, Seven Deadly Sins. The Seven Deadly Sins. Again, it looks like Final Fantasy or something. It has this nice, cute talking pig, and this guy owns a bar, and everything's cool. Except a second the chick is passed out, he's feeling her up. It is the most rapey thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, wait. Hi, Tamika.
Horrible. It's
all right.
terrible.
Have you ever heard of this anime?
No, I don't want to see it now.
You heard the most rapey like that.
Rapey pigs.
Guys, it is not okay.
It's not okay.
No.
It's not okay.
And then he's bragging about it. At one point, he's going, I've groped hundreds of girls and stuff. It's like, what?
But
wow.
This is the hero. This guy is the hero. This isn't some jerk with, let's kick the shit out of Johnny Rapey. No. This guy is the hero of the whole goddamn show.
There's some anime, there's some wrong stuff sometimes. So like, there's things like, that wouldn't pass here. No. And passes for anime, right? But here's the thing: Seven Deadly Sins, if I'm not mistaken, is not an anime that comes from one of the usual studios of anime in Japan. It's like a Netflix anime. Okay. So their ventures in anime is not always successful, and you saw the results of one of them. It's not always that good.
It is not good.
All right,
it's
so
not okay.
It's not okay. So enough about rapey. Bye, Tamika.
Rapey pigs.
I think that's a common theme in that.
Rapey
pigs. All right. So was there any redeeming qualities though to that one, or just like no?
There's a talking pig.
Oh, well, you're talking to me, so
That's it.
All right, so let's go on. Do you have a middle pack one? One that it was okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's one called Food Wars. But again, there's things in there that are not good, that are not okay. There's stuff, yeah. There's a lot. Yeah.
Is it rapey? Is it touchy-feely?
It can be, but you've got to remember that these kids and stuff like that, like a guy's food is so good that it can bring people to orgasm and stuff like that. This kid is 13 years old.
Okay. Okay. We lost Tamika. Okay, well that's I've never seen it. That's kind of disturbing. That's interesting. Is there else than the food bringing the people or an orgasm and the person's 13? Anything else you retained out of that anime?
Well, it gets better. It gets better. The second there's this hotshot chef there, and she's 15 or something like that, but she has the best palate in the world or something like that. but she wants to keep this guy down, so she lies about this about his cook-off thing, and her uncle or whatever owns the cooking place or whatever. It's like the Cordon Bleu, but it's a huge castle or something like that, and gets him in. You get through that first episode and a half, and it was okay by the end. But yeah, that was a tough episode and a half to get through, especially if you're like, if you can realize that this is made for kids. Like in my head, this is made for kids, and it looks like they are kids, and this is what's going on. So,
well, you see, that's how I felt about Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, you have to get through, I say, the first 5-8 episodes. You're starting to get it, right? Yeah, I could see like, oh, this is interesting, but after a while, you really get invested, and like you kind of get used to the weirdness sometimes it could bring. And once you get over that, you can actually find interesting points in a story, especially if it evolves perfectly. If it goes season, and that's the difference about American and anime. American TV, like Arrow, Flash, like there's certain shows that always stick to one formula and just repeat it, rinse and wash and repeat with the same story, different people. Now, with anime, every season sometimes feels completely different. It is an evolution in the story. It advances a certain how, and you don't have any repeats from season one, story arc-wise. So that's the fun thing. You saw the first 3 episodes. Next time, I challenge you to watch one season and then another season to see how you feel back-to-back changing type of stories.
Okay. What would you suggest to do first for those? Like, I'm going to watch Attack on Titan, but everyone says that shouldn't count.
I say My Hero Academia. You get over one season, you go season 2, then things become interesting because it's a different whole aspect, and there's events that happen that kind of, makes you realize we are in a completely different season. And then something else happens, and it feels totally different. It always surprises you. So after a while, you keep telling yourself, but where are they going to bring us next? And so that's what they want to do.
Like the anime version of like Game of Thrones or something like that. It has that kind of vibe.
No. It's still made for like a 15-year-old could watch it as much. I wouldn't be scared. I wasn't scared to put my daughter with me because there are evil characters. It's not like blood ripping everywhere and the daughter of the mother that you love for 4 seasons get eaten by sharks at the same time by putting acid on it. It's not. That's Berserk. That Berserk is like that. It's nuts. But that the My Hero Academia is very much a serious, like, I don't know, Maze Runner, the movie, or Harry Potter. The best example is Harry Potter.
Okay.
Harry Potter, the first 2 movies is light, is kiddie-ish, but the more you advance, the more the story becomes heavy and important. That's what I feel My Hero Academia is. All
right. Okay. Well, yeah, like for sure it's gonna be Attack on Titan. So you're saying watch, and you're saying how many seasons? 4 seasons?
Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia, if I'm not mistaken, is 4 seasons each.
Okay, so that isn't that much of a slog to go through or whatever. Yeah, just the ones that are saying 900. You only have your entire life yet to go to watch the rest of this thing. It's like, no, I'm not gonna start that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I actually like to bring. I'm warning you, Tamika. Be prepared. Pout your hair. Okay, you good? You good?
No. Oh. Hello. Hi.
Late.
All right. So
too late.
Did you ever watch, or would you be? Would you have the woman cojones enough to do an episode, a show that has 900 episodes?
No, I still have to finish Sailor Moon. Do you know how many episodes that is?
I fucking love Sailor Moon. I don't care what anyone says. It's my inner girl in me. I fucking love it.
I'm sick of that tuxedo man. I'm like, every freaking time.
And she's so dumb. And no, he's so dumb. The only thing she has more is a freaking tiara. It's worse than Superman. Superman at least will cover part of his face. Her is like, hey, I have silver on my forehead. You won't recognize me.
What do I do? What do I do? And Tuxedo Man's like, get the fire extinguisher.
That's part of the show?
Yeah, it's Sailor Moon is the cheesiest shit, but I fucking love it. And I had the biggest crush on Sailor Mercury for the longest time when I was a kid.
I like Sailor Mercury. Yes, okay. I don't have a crush on her, but I
She's a trying.
I hate you all.
All right, and that was Tamika's perspective. All right, but yeah, Elsa, if we erase Sailor Moon, because I didn't put it on the list, I did not want to torture you. This is something you have to love, or be extremely open. But you're not there yet at your exploration of anime. So what else did you have?
I watched the show. I watched the show called Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue what the fuck you're talking about.
It's just your typical substitute teacher at a magic college that has something else going for him. Why would a substitute magic teacher have no royal punches? And I don't know. I couldn't follow on, but these two girls decide, oh, he's the greatest teacher now. I watched it because of the name Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor. They have some great names for their animes. I didn't get to watch them all. There was one called Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah, sometimes, man, like, what did you guys take as a drug? Like, where did you go in your deep depths of your mind to go like, hey, do you know what would make a good anime?
I thought this all the time. It's like, they really enjoy drugs in Japan. Like I don't, and a lot of these things, I'm pretty sure they're saying this is the way it would sound better in English if it was like this or whatever, and they just don't get it. Like Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor.
Can you explain me what the fuck is that anime? Because I've never heard about it. So at your best of your abilities, what would the description of that coming from you sound like?
It's like a Harry Potter school where the one teacher or whatever gets I don't know if he retires or if he died. But anyways, here comes this new substitute teacher. He's just a little bit older than them. He is a bit of a clown. He was late. He's all these things that Japanese culture looks down on. He eats like a pig. There's all these things. And there's this one weird witch. There's also this city in the sky that looks over everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, it's based out of Hogwarts.
Okay.
And all the children hate him at first and stuff like that. And then something happens and he uses these spells. Like they're all made. It's a mage school. And there's these levels they have to get to and stuff. There's these terrorists that come in. And he dispatches them, and he even uses his thing because he makes his own magic, and everybody is pretty shocked by that. So that his level is way above what anybody has ever seen and stuff like that. But he's just bumbling oaf. So again, only 3 episodes, so I don't know how this is going to go. But the kids go from can't stand this guy to he's the best teacher and blah blah blah.
And from the categories I've mentioned before, what would you classify that one in your opinion?
Well, they're all shown in with swear words, right? But this one didn't really. There wasn't really any swears. I would say it's a shonen. There's blood, but not super bad. It's not grisly.
Yeah, see, same thing for My Hero Academia. There's especially later season. There's 1 or 2 scenes they actually show some blood, and in a slightly gruesome way, without being terrifying. But I was like, holy shit! Like they're shown and evolved, and that's why I start thinking about Harry Potter, right? Because there's things that, like the 6th one, you'd be terrified if you were shown that in the first one because it was made for kids. Same thing for My Hero Academia. It goes in that direction. But yes, a shonen that's made for teens is not necessarily serious, can still have some violence and get away with it.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It still takes place mostly in a school, and it's just like that last act in a half or whatever. There's the shit goes down. It was all right. I don't know if I'd go back to it. I mainly just watched it just so I could see the title of the goddamn thing because it's awesome.
All right, what do you have left?
Okay. We didn't talk about Demon Slayer.
Yeah, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, something different. What would you give it?
It's just behind Attack on Titan for me.
Oh, that good.
It's great. Yeah, it's another one they say, oh yeah, I'll watch the rest of this.
Is it a serious one? Is it very okay? You, my man, you need to watch anything that's for me. Seinen. You need your anime because everyone has like an anime recipe that like there's certain categories that's for them. Me, shonen is one, seinen is one, the sports one is one, but not everyone will like every type of anime. You, I think, is very, very narrow, that mind-blowing type of show, but if there's ones you definitely have to focus on, would be seinen anime.
Okay. Seinen.
And My Hero Academia, it's a shonen, but give it a chance. There's a couple of them that's worth it.
Okay. Demon Slayer. I don't know. Have you seen it at all?
No, I've heard a name passing here and there. I have a friend of mine, like I think, really swears by it. If she could, she'd probably fuck it. But you know
what that'd be? Shonen. That'd be
no. That'd be hentai. That'd be hentai.
I don't know. I've seen some shit.
All I gotta say is tentacles.
Oh my
tentacles, and that's it. Like just because you know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
you know what we're talking about.
And tentacles.
I keep clicking. God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Slayer before?
Are you talking to me now? Oh, because I'm on the screen, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise! And for once, I didn't surprise you. You are on the screen.
Oh God, I want money. Yeah, like you said, Frenchie, I've heard it in passing that it was really good. It was recommended to me. So, yeah.
But never gave a shot. Like me too. I don't know why. I just never gave a shot.
I don't know. Netflix, just regular movies on. I just lost touch with anime.
Yeah, well, it's Crunchyroll is an amazing thing to have. Snark has it because his kids watch it, right? They don't have okay.
That's the reason why I knew about Demon Slayer. Like that's when the kid said, watch Demon Slayer. That's when you'd like. I guess that's one of the more popular ones that has been released in a while. I guess they did a movie. I guess there's a movie they did. Oh. It was pretty big, I guess.
Okay.
That's kind of it has the old again, like the themes of every single one of these things seems to be like an abandoned kid or an orphaned kid or something like that, right?
Yeah, a lot. But hey, same thing for comics. You think about it, someone dies as a parent all the fucking time, and or someone dies at least to be a superhero. So it's a thing in general. Anyways, would you watch it? Does it interest you, Soul Slayer? Are you gonna watch it soon, Tamika?
Oh, talking to me. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like it. I give it a chance. Why not?
Thank
you.
It's your run-of-the-mill story about a boy whose entire family gets decimated by a demon.
And
his little sister comes to life and tries to eat him.
Of course, that happened to me too.
That's it. You know what? It's just like Little House on the Prairie.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice. That's nice. The kids can watch.
Well, I keep clicking you off.
I don't know why. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll go now, right?
What is
much sass? There's too much sass in the room. We're gonna have a sass meter because I already me and Snark are sassy. We overload in snass, girl. The snass is fast. All right, we'll bring down the snass just a crank up. Now.
Anderson Cooper, got it.
What I liked about this stuff a lot was the music. They like the theme songs and stuff are pretty goddamn epic. Like when we talked about like the K-pop stuff last week, I was hoping it'd be more like this. Like these people, like it's way over the top. Like, and the theme songs are like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, some are fucking long, and there's another theme song at the end. Yeah. And every season you'll see, and this is not optional. This is like almost in the rule book, I guess, because it's like that for every fucking anime. Every season or even midpoint of the season, the intro will change because you are in a different story arc. Intros will be reflecting of the story arc you're watching, and then randomly you have another one that's a cue saying something else is going to happen that's going to turn somewhere else. So that's an interesting thing about anime that most people don't understand or know when they start anime.
My favorite part is that they don't put the captions on for the theme songs, or at least the ones that I saw. So I have no idea what they're saying. So I go in my head, except for that Food Wars one, I'm pretty sure I can make out the word cheeseburger. So I know they're singing, and it's a huge epic with all the guitar, and then the cheeseburger. It's like, yeah.
All right. So if you were, I don't know how many left on your list. If there was another one you would like to talk about, another standout one for your last.
Well, the other one I watched, I don't know if it'd be a standout, but it was Black Butler. It was.
He approves.
What happened?
Oh my gosh. It was fine. That's not something I feel like going back to and stuff like that. You know, the rich kid, like almost like like Richie Rich, except he has like this vampire or something as a butler who may be family. I don't know, but that one, that one never drew me in at all.
Yeah, it's a skip. It's like, if I really have no choice, okay. But you're not out as soon of running out of animes to watch better ones, if ever you prefer it, right? Here's
a question: why does the animation change? Like they'll have a serious kind of bit or whatever. You see them in their classic style or whatever, and then if they get mad or if there's a funny scene, they shrink.
Tamika,
their faces are different. You can tell.
Tamika can explain. She knows a lot more Butler than I can.
I can't explain that. I just find it hilarious. They get upset and then their eyes go out, and then yeah.
Because eyes turn into rainbow.
Giant snot bubble come out, and then you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
you see that. If I understand correctly,
why are they all English in that show? That's another thing.
Yes. Well, it's dubbed. It's dubbed. So it's Japanese actors, right? That does the animes, but then some of it's dubbed. Some people like subtitles. Some people like the dub. I like
subtitles. Oh, I'm subtitles all the way, man.
I tried to do as much as I could with subtitles. Yeah, I didn't like the dubbed versions at all.
I like dubbed.
See, you're an anime guy without even knowing in your heart, because purists of anime will shoot someone if they try to make them watch a dub. Some people are you don't see. You know the angry people on Showdown because they're like, imagine anime even more geekier and scarier. Like, how dare you put it down? Like, people go nuts over that shit, man.
Like,
it's real.
Fanboy.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah. It gets intense.
It gets real intense. Sub versus sub. Yeah.
All right. So look, before we go to Tamika's Law, we're gonna just have your overall thoughts about anime, Snark. Now you did the little experimentation. What is your end conclusion on the experimentation on anime, my friend?
My end conclusion is that nobody knows what anime is made for, because it looks pretty much the same, but the stories can change up a little bit. They all have a common sort of theme or a common origin, and then just some swear and rape. That's all.
All right, that's not every anime. Like, and don't, it gets rapey. It gets rapey, people.
That's a smidget of rape.
Just a smidget.
Yeah, just throw some rape in there.
Let's not joke about this. All right, so
that's terrible.
Doing into something else. All right, but okay, and the two ones you definitely have to return, in your opinion, for what your first impressions was. Attack on Titan, which can't get better than that, bro, and Demon Slayer. Was there another one that you would probably give a chance?
You know what? I'd probably give a chance to Slam Dunk.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like that. I don't know if Japanese students are angry, just angry, angry, angry. But the hero of this story is angry all the time about everything, and I can get behind that.
Yeah. Continue Attack on Titans. The main character is an angry one too, and the sister too is an angry one. Like they rarely get a laugh in that show.
Here's something for you, Frenchie. Did you know that there's live action stuff for Attack on Titan?
Yes, and please don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
Please don't. Please do not ruin the already awesome opinion you have on the anime. Don't ruin it with the no, please.
Unless it's
Say what?
Yeah, unless it's Japanese, like the Japanese live version of Death Note is amazing. Like if it's Japanese actors, I would suggest it, not American.
Oh, the American. Look, I actually appreciated the American version of Death Note for what it was. I appreciate it. Did I say that you appreciate it? I'm talking about myself, Tamika.
No.
All right. You can know me all you want. You can shake. You can give me some sass. The sass meter is just higher up. But I appreciate it, girl.
Oh, okay.
But the anime will never be replaced. That I'm not gonna spoil it to Snark, but there's a moment that he kind of gets caught with a woman outside, and something happens when something's almost revealed, and he has to save himself. Umbrella. Okay. Are you nodding because you're trying to understand what I'm saying, or do you actually know what part I'm talking about?
Yes, I've tried to erase that movie out my head, but it's coming to me. Yeah.
That part. That part for me is one of the first times, else maybe Attack on Titan, I got shivers down my spine. And I understand, this anime has some gravitas to it. There's these moments that I would only get by watching the emotion by watching a very good thriller. An American like Seven. Seven made me like. There's moments like, same thing that gave me that exact feeling. And that was the first time an anime did, and it kind of made me understood the potential of anime. Then I discovered Shingeki no Kyojin, which is Attack on Titan Japanese.
Show off.
Okay, we'll do an experimentation, Tamika. Say it. Shingeki?
No.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay. Shingeki?
No.
Oh.
No. It's Shingeki? No. Okay. No, Shingeki, no.
Okay. Shingeki no
Kyojin. Yeah.
Okay.
So say that in one shot now.
Shingeki no Kyojin.
Yeah, right? There you go. Shingeki no Kyojin.
Okay.
You don't even need the subtitles. Just show off.
I don't even know. When I probably barbecue. I don't even know.
All right. So look, this is the part of the show. Tamika gives her perspective. She has a little list of things she likes. She wants to show off a bit of her anime skills.
You know what, John? Are you speaking Japanese? Oh, 2 languages.
Shingeki, show your.
Oh, damn. Did you hear that? That's terrible. So anyway, I like Elfin Lied. If you're interested in that, Snark, that's kind of like a female Wolverine. Like somebody built her as a weapon. And then she breaks loose in the lab, and then she starts twisting people's heads off, and there's blood everywhere. And then she's like naked half the time. I mean, guys love it, but whatever. But yeah, I would recommend that one if you're into bloodiness. I also like Black Butler. I don't know why you guys were hating on it. It's really good. I like the historic Victorian piece of it. And of course, Sebastian is cute. So, whatever. That's my issues I have. Afro Samurai is really good. That has Samuel Jackson narrating. So it's basically like this boy sees his dad, who is this samurai master, be killed by his rival. So it kind of has this old west feel, like the kid grows up and he's on this revenge journey to kill the man who killed his father and reclaim his place as the ultimate samurai warrior, whatnot. But imagine like that story arc with Samuel Jackson's voice. It's awesome. And it was another one too, which I forgot. But I saw Assassination Classroom. That was just weird.
That I started. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I love it. I fucking love that show.
That was weird. Oh, and Soul Eater. I like Soul Eater too. That's awesome. That theme song, like the intro, is really good too, because the guitar riffs are awesome. You don't know what they're talking about, but I'm in for it. It just energizes me. Right. And it's like Death made this school so that there's like these evil spirits, of course, evil spirits, demons, blah blah blah. But yeah, Death is the good guy. Sort of. But
interesting.
He created this academy that he could teach students how to capture these evil spirits and contain them so they won't cause chaos in the world.
Right.
And they made Death into like this cartoon like character, but once Death like gets in a battle, he gets all like bulky and he looks like a badass Grim Reaper. So he can like turn it on, but otherwise he's just like this campy skull, like, hello guys, I'm Death, blah 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 blah.
Jesus.
And that's what's cool about it. I mean, sometimes they play, like you said, why do they have like these weird characters sometimes, and then go back to normal?
Yeah.
That's the thing with Japanese, because the Japanese language, I understand, and especially when they write it, it has a lot of emotion to it. Like a word will have more emotion and like a frustration sound is almost what they say. Instead of like, I'm frustrated, it's almost like frustration sound. So sometimes that's why you're going to see like a little teardrop, a little red, having more like this big animated eyes, because it's a lot more audio, their language, and visual at the same time than ours. So they represent that nuance you would get on when they write it, and they add a little symbol. That little symbol adds a nuance to it. They will do that in anime to do a different type of emotion. They will do something completely different to do that nuance they would usually write on.
Yeah. And sometimes the women are just the male characters as well. So they get that range of, Yeah,
it's like the very feminine men, very masculine women. It's sometimes like it happened to me a couple of times. I watched an anime, and by episode 8, I'm like, I still don't know if this is a guy or a girl. It happens often.
Yeah. There's a couple on here or whatever too. I guess like Hunter x Hunter is kind of like that, right? Where it has the hero or whatever has a very high pitched feminine voice, and then his is that I don't know if that's his sister or whoever's with him in Hunter x Hunter, that the girl has the dark kind of voice, talks like this, monotone.
No, it's not the sister.
You know what I'm talking about, Tamika?
No, I don't. Super. But it's fun to hear you say it.
Super excited.
All right. So look, for again, this has been fun, man. I really can't wait to see what next you choose. But I'm happy that you're trying to learn new things, right? But because what is the point of living if you don't try new things? Sure. And that's what you're doing, right?
That was deep. That's good.
Oh, you know I like it deep, Tamika.
Yeah.
Japanese, man.
Your girlfriend told me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah, she didn't spill all the beans. Let me tell you that.
Boom.
All right, but again, this sucks. I was gonna end the show that we got 2 stable viewers with us right now, but look, hey, since I want you guys to discover us a bit more, those late people to the party, always like that. Before we end, right? Tamika, is there anything you would recommend me? Because since I know anime, right, a bit more than Snark, is there one you think? I like seinen, I like the dark shit, and I like very, very serious shonens. Is there something that you, out of the back of your library, would recommend me?
Yeah, I just told you. Like
Okay,
I told you, Elfin Lead.
I thought you talked to him, not to me.
What did you listen when I was talking?
Who are you?
Nobody. Yeah, I'm somebody. I'm somebody. Yeah, Elfin Lead is like the female Wolverine. You know, she walks around. You know, she'll probably kill you if you get in her way. You know, but whatever. Yeah. So that you know about Soul Eater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know a Soul Eater.
Yeah, you should watch. It's really awesome. I think that's about. Vampire Hunter D. That's really.
Yeah, I've heard about that. It's either you love it or hate it. Apparently, so I've heard.
I love it.
Let me guess.
There's a good Netflix one.
An orphan boy.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna talk about. I forgot the name of it.
Transylvania.
Yeah, that's good too.
You know the video game Transylvania?
Castlevania?
Yeah, the 80s NES game.
Castlevania?
Castlevania, sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Castlevania is such a surprising anime on Netflix. They did it right for this one. The story is really interesting, pretty short. It's not long seasons. I think it's like one big special at a time, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost just like 3 hours long. Not even. It is definitely worth your 3 hours to watch that. It's fucking bloody, but very, very smart at the same time. And the main character is a drunk that doesn't give a fuck.
Whoa.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't.
He's just like, if you tag along, you might die. It won't be my fault. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, better give me that beer. You want a beer? Perfect. You're paying for me. Huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like he's careless.
Oh, he's he's the last of his line. He dies, his line dies. He kind of doesn't give a shit, and he saw so much shit. There's a demon. It's like, can I just fucking finish my beer? Go. Okay, let's go. He's that type. Like he's just burnt out of this shit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I highly recommend that one, man. It's fucking
Vampire
good.
Hunter D.
Yes.
And Castlevania.
And Elfin Lead.
And Soul Eater. And that robot show.
I don't think he was gonna like Soul Eater. He needs Silent Pure, like Dark A to Z, like Death Note. Death Note is one that you have to watch tomorrow. Okay.
I still say, give Soul Eater a chance.
Okay. All right. So look, we're gonna end this there. Thank you so much, Tamika, for your perspective and your law. Thank you, Snark, for let us into your journey. And yeah, man, thank you for doing this.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bye. Oh, she got it.
Yeah, she did.